Hi everyone, welcome to Module 12, which is on the desert uplands. So let's go ahead and dive into the overview for Module 12. Here we're going to see the due dates and the times. We're going to see the learning outcomes. You also have access to the Desert Uplands PowerPoint, and then you'll have to complete the Life in the Uplands quiz, which is linked here. And then you have your 3 lab assignments. You're going to complete your desert identification, you're going to complete your identification lab quiz for Module 12, and then you're going to start on your Sonoran Desert fact sheet number 6. So let's go ahead and get into some of the course materials. So you're going to see here, these are the learning outcomes. You're going to be including naming and describing characteristics of the Sonoran Desert uplands, including the ecosystems and geographical features. And then you're going to name and describe the flora and the fauna of the uplands, including some adaptations. You're going to just name and describe some characteristics of the backbone plant in the uplands, the geology, topography, and of the Sonoran Desert, discussing the Sonoran Desert temperature, the reasons for the heat. Talk about why, again, Sonoran Desert is so unique and why it's important. Then we're going to get into some of the threats and that human impact on the Sonoran Desert, including global warming and climate change. So these are your learning outcomes for Module 12. And you're going to see here the slides. So remember to go through all the slides and learn about the Arizona desert uplands, the geography, the topography, the features. You're going to learn about a lot of the flora and the fauna, including a very important tree, the mesquite tree. You're going to learn about 3 different types of mesquite trees and how to distinguish them and how every part of them can be used. So don't forget to watch the video here that's linked. You're going to learn a lot more about the mesquite tree. And then continuing on, you're going to see a lot of information about the plants. And again, here's an embedded video of Ponderosa pine, a really important plant in this area. You're going to learn about upland animals. And again, you're going to see some videos linked in here to learn about the elf owl and the ringtail. And Abert squirrel video, and you're going to learn about how Abert squirrel is linked to Ponderosa pines, which is the plant you learned about earlier. And then you get into this section on the Sonoran Desert. What makes the Sonoran Desert, what makes it unique, geology and topography, and we go on from there to talk about the elevation range, the heat within the Sonoran Desert, and then it goes into how plants survive, the adaptations, and talking about human environment interactions, the threats to the Sonoran Desert, and that ends off this module's content. In addition, you're going to have to do your identifications for the uplands, and you have that here. Don't forget to follow the rubric carefully so that you can earn full points. And that means to be sure to correctly match the pictures with the descriptors. Remember to copy and paste them correctly, and then you want to highlight the adjectives and the characteristics. Remember to be judicious with your highlighting, and then make sure there's no overlapping, everything's clearly identified, and you can earn those full 25 points. You have your identification quiz that you're going to do as well, and then you're going to start on your Sonoran Desert fact sheet number 6. And remember, these are the elements you must include: the common name, the scientific name, the habitat, the description, and then focus features, 2 of those, and then some interesting facts, minimum of 3 photos. Your references need to be included, and you have to include your photo credits. Remember that the desert fact sheet rubric is here and linked, and so please review that closely. And then you also have the Sonoran Desert fact sheet, an example right here for you. Again, follow this carefully. The number of sentences is outlined for you. The amount of detail that's expected is evident in this example that's provided. So please, please, please follow these examples closely so that you can earn those full points. And that brings us to the end of Module 12.